Welcome guys. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for liking, comment, and subscribe. So today we are going to talk about unpopular opinion. The first unpopular opinion we are going to mention is the Akaash Singh situation. Apparently right now it is very trendy. The wife is basically embarrassing him online. I don't know what's going on nowadays that a lot of wife are coming up online to embarrass their husband or the significant other. I think that's very like cliche and literally very, let's say it's not giving, it's very not it. And to me, I don't know what's the point. If you don't like your husband, keep that in the low, keep that in the hush. You don't really need to come to the internet and tell that, oh, his balls stink. Oh, you can't really be intimate with your husband. And then like I would say second thing is it's the fact that like he said that, oh, my money is my money and his money is my money. It's like, yeah, I get it, we all can go with that proverb where we think that our significant money is our money. I get that, especially when you're married. But at the same time, you can't say, oh, on YouTube I make $600 and that's my $600. It's like, girl, like he makes a lot of money. Akaash Singh makes so much money that $600 is nothing to him, and you don't need to really say that. It's just that you sound very selfish and petty to me. Actually, that's what I think. But who am I to say anything else? A second unpopular opinion is don't over explain yourself. It lowers your value. What I'm trying to say is when you are trying to say a fact or you're trying to talk about something that is important to you, when you over explain yourself, the person is not gonna take you serious. And matter of fact, the person gonna think you talk too much. And that's one thing I used to have a problem with, is because that I didn't speak English. I over feel like over explaining myself will make the person understand me, but actually it just lower your value. It make you look stupid. It makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about. So what I would say is when you have a situation, you're talking to somebody, go straight to the fact, deliver the message very clearly, and also state it the way you are with the intention with the conversation. Because if you keep rumbling over and over again, it get over tiring, and nobody wanna keep listening to you wobbling and talking and yapping. So don't over explain yourself. For example, let's say, okay, I don't want to go to work today. Say I don't want to go to work today because of this and because I don't want to do this, and just that's it. Or you don't want to go to work because of traffic or because you're sick or whatever the reason is. You just stated the reason, deliver very clearly and respectfully, of course, but don't over explain yourself like, oh, I don't want to go to work because I woke up late this morning, I didn't have nothing to wear, or blah blah blah. Like, no, just say you wake up late and that's it. You don't need to be like, oh, okay, like I woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning and I stay in bed and scroll on Instagram, and after that I make some green tea to drink. Like, girl, nobody wanna know all your life story. Nobody wanna know how you get there. They just wanna know like, what situation is, how you're gonna handle it, and literally what you're gonna do to handle that situation. So you don't need to over explain yourself. Stop over explaining yourself. Like I said, it just make you look dumb, you look stupid, you look uninterested, you like you're not intelligent, and you just don't look professional at all. So don't over explain yourself. Maximum your prettiness. So right now, obviously, I'm not really going anywhere, but cyclically, I always have some sort of jewelry on. I think when you are maximum your prettiness, yes, you can have a cute face. Yes, you can always have your hair done. Yes, you can put any cute outfit that go with your style, regardless if you have street style, you have a princess style, or you have, I don't know, gothic or whatever kind of style you have. I would say always have some sort of like jewelry on, regardless if that's a hairband, and regardless if that's a necklace or some sort of bracelet, some sort of earrings. Always have something on. You are a girl. You want to look like a girl. Unless obviously you don't want to look like a girl, but we are not talking about those type of people. We are talking about the type of girl who want to look like a girl. And especially if you want to look better than you always do, always have some sort of jewelry on. I think jewelry kind of elevate your looks, and it makes you look better. So to me, even when I don't look my best, I always have some sort of jewelry on. And I always think that having some sort of earrings or some sort of like hair accessory really does make your outfit 10 times better than when you don't have any accessory on. So I would say maximum your prettiness by wearing accessories, earrings, rubber band, once again, bracelets, necklaces, anything of that sort will make your outfit better, and it will definitely make you more prettier. Believe me, and look at me right now. Imagine what I don't have the earrings on. Imagine I don't have the hair accessory on. Imagine I don't have my bracelet on. Obviously I would not look as good that I look right now. So take a good look of me and see the fact that yes, I just have a normal blouse on, but the reason why I look so pretty right now is just because of my accessory. It maximum my prettiness. Once again, maximum your prettiness by wearing accessories. Some people want your life, but they don't want to make the sacrifice for what you bring in your life. Once again, I'm going to say that. Some people want your life, but they don't want to make the sacrifice to what you bring in your life. For example, you might see a pretty girl passing by. Oh, she have a nice body and she's very pretty. She's all put together. Best believe she wake up at 7 in the morning to go to the gym and make sure she take a shower before you see her passing on the street. She get her outfit ready the night before. She iron her outfit. She don't just steam it. I see some people, they just steam their outfit, they do the bare minimum, and they come outside and yet they are very jealous on the way you present yourself and the way you are. The person, for example, I'm gonna use myself. I'm not gonna use about other people. Myself. I put a lot of time to how I look. For example, I couldn't really keep a job. Right now, I'm a stay-at-home wife and a mom. I don't really work, but I couldn't really keep a job because I was always late at work. Why? Because I care about the way I look. I care about the way I look so much to the point where I didn't care about coming to work early. I didn't care coming to work on time, because if I don't look good, I will not put all my all in at work. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people out here that make sacrifices for the way they look, regardless if it's surgical or regardless if it's by naturally or whatever. They make that sacrifice to look good. So if you don't want to make that sacrifice to look good, just keep it pushing, just keep it moving in life. Don't be, how can I say that? Don't be jealous. Don't be acting very petty toward that person because you don't want to make that sacrifice, because we all know prettiness come with a price, and that price is time. It takes time to look pretty, and I'm not talking about taking time as like years and decades. I'm talking about putting time on your day to actually sit down, choose your clothes, put your makeup on, choose your literally like your accessories, how you're gonna do your hair, your makeup style. It takes time to do all that before you step outside. So when you see a pretty girl, don't be thinking, oh, she just woke up like this. No, she take hours and hours and hours to look good. And to me, what I can say is a lot of people, they don't want to put the time to look good, but yet they want your life. If you want somebody's life, or you want to have a resemblance of somebody's life where you're like, oh, okay, that person have a nice car, she work hard. I would want to work hard to have that nice car. Or, that person have a nice house. I would want to work hard to have that house. Don't just be like, oh, okay, that person have a nice house. I bet, she marry an 80-year-old man to get this. Okay, well, if you want this house, you better go find you an 80-year-old man to marry to get this house. Because at the end of the day, it's still work. Especially to bag an 80-year-old man, you definitely need to look good. You cannot look any type of way. Especially if that your 80-year-old man has substance, meaning that he have money, he have good character, and then very charismatic. Ooh, English please. Very charismatic. So it's like, yeah, you gotta make sure you look like it. You can't just look like fucking Keisha and Karen and fucking Maria down the street. You better look like you it. You better look like you it. So yeah, all that is work. If you don't want to look like you it, you're not gonna get the life that you see a certain people that or shit has. Period. Summer girl, oh my god, can we talk about you for a second? I mean, I know you're not gonna see this video because who I am, I'm not nobody yet. But Jesus Christ, I'm pretty sure a lot of people on YouTube are talking about you. I love your album. I love your music. I think you have a fantastic voice. But girl, what do you mean you just want to be the side chick? Like, I get it. There's a certain times in life where, we kind of like somebody a little bit more, and where, the body look nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have been the victim of that a little bit. You know what I mean? Where you mind somebody, the body is looking on T, they're your type and whatnot, they treat you good, you guys have very, good personality, you guys get along. But it's like, soon he got a girlfriend, or he had a girlfriend, you better move on. Because one thing about me, I don't know, it's because I have a big fat ego. I cannot get nobody leftovers, especially if I know. It's one thing if you don't know, that's okay. We can just move blindly. And if you are going to be a side chick, let's say you are a side chick now, for anyone who's watching, keep that shit on the low. Do not come in your internet and just put your business out there. I know you want to be related. You want to be, you just want to be like everybody else. But it's just like nowadays, a lot of things are coming on the internet. And it's just like, it's gonna come and bite you in the ass in the fucking future. It's just like, no. If you wanna be anybody's side chick, keep that in your mindset. Take it to the grave if you need to. Do not come in the internet and say that, oh, you just wanna be a side chick, because that's not cute. Okay, I love your music, but that's definitely not cute. A lot of people gonna side eye you because they just see that maybe it's just because you don't have confidence on yourself. They're gonna think, oh, maybe it's just because she thinks she's not pretty. They're gonna think all these extra things, and it might be true, it may not be not true. But the fact that you just wanna put yourself in a lower standard instead of saying like, oh, I wanna be a wife, like, I wanna be like India Love. A lot of people are saying, oh, she's the top of the industry. And yeah, you can say whatever you want to say, but she has never come into your internet and say she just want to be the side chick. Even if she has been the side chick, or she wants to be the side chick, she never come into your internet and says that. She come into your internet and says she want to be a wife and everything, regardless if that's going to be possible for her or not. And please be careful. I was not going to talk about this, but it's just like, now actually, girls, just come in. If you were doing something and you just had me in the background, please come in and listen to this. Instagram is the new Indeed. Okay? Instagram is the new Indeed. I'm gonna say that again. Instagram is the new Indeed, and LinkedIn is the new TikTok. Okay, reason why I use LinkedIn is the new TikTok is that everybody know of LinkedIn, but not everybody use LinkedIn. For example, I know of TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. I never been on TikTok. I don't know nothing about TikTok, but I know of TikTok. So now let me try to say what I'm trying to say is the fact that Indeed is the new Instagram and LinkedIn is the new TikTok. That's where if you're trying to be in a relationship, people gonna literally go on your Instagram and kind of stalk who you are and kind of create an image of who you are. And especially if you showing your ass on Instagram, you're taking picture of your ass on Instagram, you better take that off. Okay, I was not gonna get into that, but now that I'm talking about, Summer Walker wanna be a side chick and she put that in the internet, and if it was me, I would actually kind of like told my fan, oh, that's some new music, I was drunk, that's a new music title, come up with some bullshit. Because now if you have a husband or you find somebody that interested on you, that wanna make you a wife, he's going to see that in the internet, and that's not gonna be a good look for you. So to me, I would say if you are the type of girl that that create a certain story on your Instagram of your dates, take that off. If you are the type of person that like to go to the club and you record it every weekend and put it on Instagram or you put it on TikTok, take that off. Especially if you are not taken and you want to be taken. Literally, people are judging you based on your profile and based on your life online. Basically, I'm not gonna say Instagram or a TikTok, because I know our generation, anyone that are in the 20s, I know 20s and up, I know that our generation use it a lot. If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be married, if you want to have a significant other, you need to be very, very mindful of what you put in the internet. Like I said, Instagram is the new Indeed. People are looking for boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are checking your Instagram to see if you're qualified for the type of person you are. And you do not want to mess out just because you want to show your pum pum online, just because you want to show that you're smoking hookah and drinking a lot of hard alcohol online without acting classy. You want to show that you go to the club every weekend. You want to keep that on the low. You want to keep that on the low. You want your friends to know you go to the club. You don't want the whole internet to know you go to the club every weekend. Even if you do, don't be smoking weed online, don't be smoking hookah, don't be drinking hard alcohol and thinking it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's very fun to do all these things with your friend, but not everybody gotta know. You don't need to put that online. And because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because of that, a lot of people missed out on their partner because they're showing a certain type of person they are online, and that can be very harshly judged by that person. Don't get me wrong, like, you don't want somebody to be with you and you have to hide who you are. That's not what I'm trying to say. Don't get me wrong, that person might like who you are. He might like the fact that you're crazy. You go to the club every weekend. You smoke hookah, you smoke weed, you do all that. He might be okay with that, but that doesn't mean his family might be okay with that. So you don't want to put that online for his family to see. That's something between you and him, and that's between you and God. You don't need to put everything that you do online. It's definitely not going to be a good look for you when he see that, you were shaking your ass in the club and you were smoking hookah, smoking weed, your eyes is super wet and you don't know how to act classy, you all over the place. Nobody want to see that online, especially the person who's gonna take you. He does not want to see that online. He or she, whatever you like, there's no discrimination here. Whatever you like, you gotta make sure you are classy the best as you can. I'm not saying that you have to dress classy. I'm not saying that you have to, behave classy, but you definitely have to act classy online. You have to act. That's the reason why I say act. You have to act classy online. Anything else can say behind the red door. Anything else can say behind the right door. Anything else can say behind the black door. You gotta stay behind it. You cannot put everything on. Have a glass of wine here and there. It's okay to literally showing that you're drinking here and there, but overly posting it online, it's not gonna be a good look for you. Like for me, example, I'm a wine drinker. I drink wine, but I'm not gonna show myself drinking wine and I'm twerking at the same time. I can show you I'm drinking wine while sitting down. I can show you I'm drinking wine walking around, but I'm not gonna show you drinking wine while I'm shaking my ass, because I know that's not gonna be a good look for me. So whatever you are doing, make sure you're doing it in a classy way where you're not gonna be too judged. Because especially if you're single nowadays, people really gonna judge you based on your profile. People really gonna judge you based on your online presence. So you have to be very careful on what you post online. That's what I can say. But anyway, thank you for coming today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you guys love this video, and churros. Bye bye.